that you fuck with.
Yeah, so I'm BP, keep listening to that one and the 103.5 FM.
Yeah, you done know it's your boy Runtown Irish P.
Well, and guess who? Keep listening to Rebon and 103.5 FM. It's one of the FM. 103.5.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tighten your seatbelts as we take you on this smooth ride.
let's go! It's the morning drive on 103.5 at 1 of the FM. Keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Your morning inspired, being informed. Let's interact only on the morning drive.
Make it a date with Divine and Martin Efan Shuku, aka Lady P and Meta, from Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on the morning drive.
Udo dịrị gị nwa afọ Igbo n'ebe anyị dị n'ụtụtụ tata bụ Tọzdee ụbọchị 27 n'ime ọnwa Ọktoba 2022 n'oge newspaper headlines naanị nkeji abụọ njikọta elekere asaa. Anyị abatago iwetara gị ihe dị iche iche dị n'akwụkwọ akụkọ dị iche iche n'obodo anyị bụ Naịjirịa. Mana tupu anyị aga n'ihu ịgụpụtara gị ndị ahụ, anyị ga-aga zi ozi anyị na-ejide anyị aga n'ihu gụpụtara gị ya bụ ihe dị n'isi akwụkwọ akụkọ ndị anyị jiri ọkpata n'ụtụtụ a. Ịghọta n'ebe ijere anyị na-alachikwa azụ ndị You dey listen?
Do you know that you have the right
I say you dey listen.
Yeah, I've been listening. I know what I
Broadcasting Commission?
You come out now.
Any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved
Why
by
you
the
laugh
content
Yeah,
of
I
the
just see
broadcast
as you take
or
come
the
out and
conduct
say,
of the
I'm
broadcast
trying to
station
get
may
this.
lodge
I be
a
one
complaint
go
to
that
the
just
state
you know the
to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission.
Nah,
I dey greet you
I'm
now.
one when I
You dey try.
clap my hand. But
I say they appreciate somebody. You know, go still say thank you. One of una wey be Nigeria, una like get krukere
I'm
well.
one way. I'm on some more ABC after that.
Ngwa, ọ na-ebe ọ na-adị ka anyị nọ. Onye na-agazikwa n'apụta na
To include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that the complaint must await the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
ọ ka bụkwa n'ụlọọrụ mgbasa ozi ebe ọ na-adị 103.5 FM ka isi na-anụrụ anyị n'ụtụtụ tata bụ Tọzdee n'oge newspaper headlines. Na mbụ anyị ji akwụkwọ akụkọ Daily Trust, Vanguard, Sun, Disney, Tribune, Punch, Guardian, Nation yana Premium Times wee bata n'ọtụtụ ọnụ ọzọ. Gaa na Facebook page anyị anyị amaghị ya live na anyị ga-edebere anyị akwụkwọ na ebe ọ na-adị 103.5 FM n'ụtụtụ a. Ịghọta anyị na online ị gaa na mixlr.com/gistfm. Zitere anyị ozi na WhatsApp maọbụ na SMS anyị bụ 08096661035. Aha m bụ Dibona.
And I'm Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper. Federal Inland Revenue Services begin on-the-spot online tax collection from online betting. Euro bounces back above dollar parity. Nigerians in diaspora organization America's mobilize support for transformational nation building. Nigerians in diaspora organization America's mobilize support for transformational nation building. Osibanjo presides over hybrid Federal Executive Council meeting. Fire erupts at WAEC office. Officials assure on vital documents. CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, redesigns 200, 500, 1,000 naira notes. United Nations, others advocate more women participation in politics. Buhari wants trade relations beyond gas exports to South Korea. Buhari woos Korean investors to Nigeria. Court orders Nigeria to return IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu to Kenya. Alleged fraud. Trial of Fayose stalled over dates. Governor Otom wrong to label Atiku agents of Mate Allah. Dele Momodu. Climate change will cause 22% decrease in yields for Africa's rain-fed agriculture. INEC picks November 11th, 2023 for Imo, Kogi, Bayelsa governorship elections. Return Kanu to Kenya. Court orders federal government as IPOB leader files 100 billion naira suit over continued detention, demands apology. Bello, Tinubu, Idris, Onaikan for 2022 Kaba Day in Kogi. Akwa Ibom denotes 1 million naira relief materials to Bayelsa. US pledges to support Rivers Cancer Hospital. Ogun police nab 4 suspected armed robbers. Rivers court sentences 3 men to 14 years imprisonment for kidnapping. University admission sessions still valid, says JAMB. Group commends Buhari for sacking Niger Delta Development Commission sole administrator. NISA hosts training on reproductive health. Lagos police arrest 4 suspects for car theft. Northern business leaders, Kanu academic community, Tijaniya, Ahulus, Suna, Kadiriya moved. Others endorse Tinubu. Experts seek medical intervention for elderly prison inmates in Nigeria. MTN's support critical to Edo best success, says Edo governor. Group partners states to check tobacco consumption among girls. Dons tax government on health sector, while ruling invalidating Rivers APC primaries won't stand by party shifting. Commissioner commends Rotary for empowering 74 people in Lagos Council. Jigawa police nab 9 suspected armed robbers, kidnappers. Obi support group cautions Labour Party National Working Committee on interference in Lagos. Nigerians taxed with regular health screening. The Guardian Bayo, Ohu's mother. Others, open nude advocacy for gunshot victims. The Guardian Bayo, Ohu's mother. Others, open new advocacy for gunshot victims. 58 million Nigerian children live with poverty. Climate risk, says report. Lagos disclaims narratives on viral flood video in Okoaba. Again, Momodu hits out at Kayamo, says minister needs urgent deliverance. Security alert. Federal government assures Nigerians foreigners of safety. Security alert. Federal government assures Nigerians foreigners of safety. Petrol nears 200 naira per litre as ex-depot price. Debts, logistics, escalate scarcity. Tinubu, Atiku absent as Obi. Others unveil agenda for women. And lastly, how rogue ships become invisible in Nigerian waters by National Port Authority.
Now, Daily Trust. Did P2B really sustain this campaign? Our Almajiri reform bill will give hope to millions of children, parents, lawmakers. Islamic Development Bank expresses concern over high number of out-of-school children in northern Nigeria. Ariwa in search of true leaders. Nigeria must formulate new approach to road maintenance. Include TIV in scheme of things in Plateau. 2023. FCT natives review charter of demands. Federal government raises committee to boost infrastructure investments. 2. Arrested for claiming ownership of motorcycle abandoned by kidnappers in Kwara. Woman stabs lover to death in Edo. Benue ranks high in sexual violence against girls. Kwara CP leads patrol to kidnappers hot spot. Dettol targets 6 million children for hygiene services by 2025. Buhari seeks more Korean investment in Nigeria. Petrol scarcity worsens in Lagos, Abuja, Kano as marketers blame depot price hike. Union Bank wins Best SME Bank Award. Pollution, population influx, and Abuja's emerging districts. Nigeria's politics of flood and UK's flood of color. How creation of state police, three other bills threaten constitutional amendment. Intersil CL last 16th place, Barcelona eliminated. Nasarawa United, Lobby Labour to reach Unity pre-season semi-final. Colombia end gallant Flamingos World Cup dreams. Buhari flags off Touch of Unity for 2022 National Sports Festival. GTCO posts 130 billion naira profit as income tax increases. NIMASA harps on quality power networks. Global crisis may kill more MSMEs. SMEDAN. Nigeria targets 10 million tons of gas production in 5 years. Kadi Poly ex-staff protest 15 years unpaid arrears. How $538 million special agro-industrial processing zones will address value chain problems. As irrigation approaches, Institute develops 69 rice varieties for farmers. How state governments are wooed, working to implement safe school policy. Federal Capital Territory live up to expectations, CP advises promoted officers. Para pharmacist deworm 2,500 primary school pupils. Just tenants decry high cost of rent. Man stabs brother over SMS to lover. Police arrest 4 notorious robbers in Ogun. NEMA NEMA commences airlifting of relief materials for flood victims. Nigeria grossly under-policed. PCRC chairman. 2023, INEC is under pressure to deliver. Festus Okoye. Canada, Australia raise fresh alarm over likely terrorist attack in Abuja. NMA donates food items to orphanage in Adamawa. Dele Momodu describes Kiamo as busybody lawyer. 2023, Labour Party unveils new list to kick off campaign in Nasarawa Saturday. Ogun pensioners to Abiodun, you paid 3 billion naira for gratuity, not 70 billion naira. How women can avoid postpartum depression. Experts. I have forgiven Osibanjo Tinubu. Navy flags off construction of international shopping mall in Rivers. Assault. Nasarawa lecturer, children remanded in prison. Concession. Federal government unveils preferred bidders for Abuja Lagos Kano Airport. Terror threat. US moves to evacuate citizens. Embassy start from Nigeria. Osibanjo flags of National Sports Festival Touch of Unity. Ronaldo returns to Manchester United squad for Europa League flag. 51 Nigerians honored for contributions to Nigeria-China relations. 4 arrested for stealing stolen vehicles as spare parts. Kwankwaso has good reasons for rejecting Northern Elders' invitation. Spokesperson. Beavers will change face of 2023 elections. Ex-Senate leader. Colombia beat Flamingos on penalties in World Cup semi-final. The Ukraine-Russia conflict and its impact on the world economy. Eco mining. Cryptocurrency mining through solar panels. Benue will vote against Atiku if he fails to apologize. Autumn. Flood. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle donates to victims after Duchess reveals Nigerian roots. CBN redesigns 3 naira notes. Anambra, Soludo cancels tax on wheelbarrow pushers, hawkers, orders. EFCC rearrange suspended AGF Idris, orders over 109 billion naira fraud. Court orders federal government to return Nnamdi Kanu to Kenya. I don't know my wife's salary. Man tells court to end 27 years marriage. Japa, 7 critical steps to take before relocating abroad. 4 ways to win 1 million naira in Colliery Save and Win promotion. I don't have official car as minister. Keyamo. Igbo woman begs to be Oni's 10th wife. Fire got WAEC office in Lagos. Stakeholders back Senate's move to rename Women's Center after Miriam Babangida 2023 elections. Avoid deadly battle. ECOWAS tells Nigerian politicians. Senate probes federal government 52 billion naira public works schemes. President, Vice President, Senate President, Speaker, CJN, governors orders to enjoy pay hike. APC crisis, sacked directors accuse Adamu of withdrawing 3 billion naira from secret accounts.
And now we move over to the Punch newspaper. Northern Group kicks against redesign of naira notes. Vote 2023. 23 voters registration officers facing disciplinary actions. INEC. Ogun pensioners fought Abiodun's 70 billion naira gratuities payment claim. Preliminary registered voters now 93.5 million, says INEC. Subject rankings: 48 Nigerian universities among world best. Germany moves to legalize cannabis. Don proposed solution to ASU. Federal government face-off. Return Kanu to Kenya. Court orders federal government. 23-year-old entrepreneur awarded Peace Ambassador. Cross River to punish primary health facilities charging 10,000 naira for delivery. Healthcare investments can solve Nigeria's challenges. Experts. Terror alert. Terror alert. US to evacuate citizens, embassy staff. Oyetola approves 1,887 retired teachers gratuity payment. Bidding. Sunak agreed to support Ukraine, tackle China. Akinron. Court dismisses suit against Obara ruling house. Chieftaincy crisis. Oshun community rejects peace committee. Contractors begin Abara Badagry Expressway rehabilitation. Ukraine, Mercedes-Benz to sell Russian assets. Don't cause traffic over fuel. Lagos State Traffic Management Authority warns motorists. Gridlock as 2 buses collide in Ketu, Lagos. Visa ban. United Arab Emirates blackmailing Nigeria. Central Bank of Nigeria, Youth Group. Fire got Lagos WAEC office. Many feared trapped. Culture can drive Africa's development. Culturati. MBA to assist affected by flooding. Kaduna, Nigeria's Civil Defense Corps restrains 2019 recruits on weapon handling. Kaduna, Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps retrains 2019 recruits on weapon handling. Rivers Varsity students protest no fee, no exam policy. APC slams Obaseki, says Nigeria safer under Tinubu. Sean Ill-Gotten Wealth Foundation advises youths. Buy Nigerian products. Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture tells citizens. British Prime Minister Sunak sets economic stability agenda. Pay withheld lecturers' salaries. Nigerian Labour Congress tells federal government. And lastly, activity will transform youths into global players. Sanwo-Olu.
Now, Vanguard newspaper, ASU strike. JAMB hasn't cancelled any admission. Registrar, 2023. Tinubu, article spokesman fight dirty. Some INEC officials tried to enroll fake voters 40 times. Yakubu. Okowa's legacy. opposed to Atiko's presidency. Ubiazi. Big reiterates commitment to Nigeria's market. Will not be discouraged by court judgment. Rivers APC. Wife begs court to stop husband from poisoning children's mind against her. Naira. CBN sensitizes on board's Unilag students community. Guaranteed Trust profits grows 11.7% to 169.7 billion naira in quarter three. Address operating environment Address operating environment challenges to enjoy AFCFTA benefits, man tells government. X-raying fights between courtroom lawyers, academics over San Juan. Suspend sale of TBS, lawsuit pending, Lagos tells federal government. Experts react to CBN's plan to redesign naira. PSN raises alarm over mass exodus of pharmacists. Terror alert. Federal government, US disagree on citizens' evacuation. How federal government can make Lekki deep sea port a reality. Gani Adams. Oyebanji to FEMA DG, declare emergency on federal roads in Ekiti. Fani Kayode tackles Obaseki over breakup comments. Ayu must go. I won't ditch Wike, other PDP governors. Mimiko, concession. Federal government announces preferred bidders for 3 of 4 airports. 2023. Northern Christian clerics ask Shetima to withdraw as Tinubu's running mate. 1 billion naira Dangote promo. Over 100 customers become instant millionaires. Fuel supply has improved, but we need consistent supplies. Marketers. JSS2 students seeks 36 million naira for cancer treatment. Unical aptitude test. I was promised 50,000 naira to write for 7 candidates. Impersonator confesses. Strike. JAMB warns varsities against jumping academic sessions. NGO provides Montessori education for northern indigent children. Court reinstates Okon-led ASCSN leadership. Alert. Evacuations aimed at embarrassing security agencies. Sources. My father, sister, mother waiting 9 months over dispute on inherited land. Son narrates. Omar Agege visits Olu of Warri, promises more attention for oil communities. Then remodels Adetokunbo's Shofoluwe Park at Unilag. Works on library. Alleged 109 billion naira fraud. EFCC rearranged suspended AGF Idris. Others. Omar Agege is ungrateful to Governor Okowa Osai. 2023. PDP restore Nigeria's lost glory, says Governor Emmanuel.
And now we'll move over to the Nation newspaper. It will take 30 years to control flood, says federal government. Federal government insists on Air Nigeria with Ethiopian airline as core investor. Okupe remains Director General as Labour Party releases final list. No admission offer has been cancelled. JAMB. Redesigned Naira notes for circulation from December 15th. Sanwo-Olu opens 3 new fire stations in Lagos. Womanize with 10% of your money, Eriga. Nigerian students push for Tinubu Chetima presidency. Power generation bounces to 4,173.20 megawatts. What you probably didn't know about flood. Alleged 109 billion naira fraud. Ex-accountant general Idris others rearranged. INEC pegs eligible voters at 93 million, cancels 2 million registrations. Mimiko rejects Atiku's appointment, backs Wike on PDP. And lastly, Obedient climbs Mount Kilimanjaro to place Labour Party's flag.
Now, this day newspaper, FEC approves 17 education infrastructure, 660 million naira for 21 operational. Obajana court halts move to shut down Dangote Cement by Kogi government. Experts laud CBN's 250 billion naira gas intervention fund. Six supply boost. Federal government, Nigeria won't be stampeded by US-UK travel advisories. Federal government is tackling growing inflationary pressure. In ambush over vote buyers, ransom takers, CBN voids. World Bank, currency depreciations risk intensifying food. Bath Energy, why I located $600 million geometric power plant. Soludo tasks NPC on credible census in 2023. Buhari canvasses enhanced security cooperation. Tambuwal, NESG helps Nigeria for economic drift. Restructuring, NNPC changes mappings to NUIS. 2023. You have our backing on electronic voting (IPAC). INEC voter registrar is now 93,522,272. Sanwo-Olu expands Lagos fire rescue capability counts over. Federal government announces preferred reserved bidders for 3 out of 4. Tinubu, Northern business leaders, Kano academics. Labour Party increases PCC list from 1,234 to 1,453, retains Okupe. Atiku takes presidential campaign to United States. Kiamu, Dele Momodu worming his way into Atiku. September revenue rises by 27.098 billion naira as federal government, state, local governments. Court orders federal government to halt Kanu's trial, return him to Kenya. Delta Monarch seeks probe of sacked NDDC sole administrator. Declare emergency on Ekiti federal roads, Oyebanji. Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial vowed to deliver law. Soludo abolishes taxes for hawkers, vulcanizers, orders. Continue. Digitalization will increase efficiency of economy. Complete Badagry Road, Deep Sea Port, Gani Adams urges federal government. Ihanomona people restate confidence in the governor. Autumn laments influx of refugees from Cameroon. Defecation, human activities, causes of water pollution. Police deploy patrol teams to curb kidnapping in Kwara. Set agenda for Nigerian politicians. Journalist told. Retired Lagos judge, businessman in legal tussle. Edo PDP denies banning APC from erecting billboards. Adamawa South PDP inaugurates campaign cancelled. New CP declares war on criminal activities in Rivers. Varsity suggests ways to end incessant ASU strike. Federal government, 30 years of consistent investment required. We are yet to receive flood victims relief materials. No fund to meet 67 billion naira housing loan request. 2022 flood, a tragedy foretold. I stand with David Edebie. FEM pledges to entrench professionalism. Federal government, Nigeria will not be stampeded by UK-US travel. New Naira note, EFCC applauds CBN. Khan condemns attack on Apostle Suleiman, citing excessive cash hoarding, counterfeiting, prevailing. I advocates enforceable legislation. Zulum releases 700 million naira for Boronu local government area workers 2022.
And now we move over to the Premium Times. Fashola, Lai said disregard for town planning, failure to heed warnings, worsened flooding, brain drain. Nigerian Medical Council denies signing bilateral agreement with UK government. Central Bank of Nigeria to launch new Naira designs December, suspends deposit charges. CBR, INEC delists 2.78 million registrants, says Nigeria's voting population now 93.5 million. And the Kano, another court rules against Nigerian government. Kidnapping for ransom increases in northern Cameroon. Naira down to 708 naira at parallel market. WAEC react as fire guts Nigerian headquarters. Terrorists attack police station, block Zamfara highway. Brain drain. Nigerian doctors threaten action as NMA seeks urgent intervention. We'll now go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on the Premium Times. Please stay tuned.
Family of Nweke and Yoko family, Obuloji, Umwifede, Abba, and Obuago family, Umuzi village, Nimo, Njikoka local government area, Anambra State, wish to announce the passing on of our daughter, wife, mother, daughter-in-law, late prophetess, Jennifer Amaka Nweke Ni, Obuago, age 37, the founder of City of Holy Ghost Ministry, Nimo. Burial arrangement, Thursday, 27th October 2022, service of songs at her residence, Obuloji, Umwifede, Abba. Friday, 28th October 2022, 7 o'clock a.m. Body leaves Apex Mortuary occurred to her compound. 9 o'clock a.m. Funeral service at her compound. Obuloji, Umwifede, Abba. Condolence visit follows immediately by friends, family, and well-wishers. Sunday, 30th October 2022, Thanksgiving service at City of Holy Ghost Ministry, Nimo. May your gentle soul rest in peace. Signed, Pastor Chukwudi Nweke, husband for the family.
Umi ya kwa ene o mana atọ aka ege ntị agbata ọcha afụzụ ọmụọ ọkụ esi n'obodo temple na onye ọbụla ya na-ede ebe ọ na-adị FM 103.5 maka mpụtara
ezinụlọ Nwoye Ego Zọba nke Iru Azọm Oranto Village dị n'Ugbo ji obi aṅụrị wee na-akpọku ọhaneze n'ụla onye nsọ bụ nwaanyị nwanne anyị nwaanyị nwunye nne Mrs. Elizabeth Nwadele Nwoye Ego Zọba Igonebu Mil Nwabufo ka ọ gbachara 101 years. Usoro ehimozu ya n'ụbọchị Wednesday bụ 26 October a ga-amụrụ ya anya abalị na mbara ezibe ya dị na Iru Azọm Oranto Village dị n'Ugbo. N'ụbọchị Thursday bụ mkpụrụ ụbọchị 27 n'ime ọnwa Ọktoba ma ọ kụọ 10 a.m. a ga-akara ya ụka elimozu na mbara ezibe ya mesịa mgbalụ wee ruo n'ụbọchị Friday bụ 28 October. N'ụbọchị ụka 29 October 2022 ụka ịtụ mmamma na Yashua's Kingdom Sabbath Mission in Ugbo National Headquarters. Onye binyere aka n'ọkwa bụ Mr. Amos Moye, nwa ya nwoke n'aha ezinụlọ.
Anyị bụ ndị ezinụlọ Mbasho nke Uruoji Village Ogidi Idemmili North Local Government Area of Anambra State na mwute ji ohere a ekwupụta maka ọnwụ nwanne anyị nwoke, nna anyị, di anyị nakwa nwanne nna anyị bụ late Mr. Sunday N. Mbasho, onye a na-akpọkwa Solokpo. Emume elimozu ya n'ụbọchị Thursday 27th October 2022 a ga-akara ya mass n'obi ya bụ Uruoji Village Ogidi Friday 28th October 2022. Emume elimozu ya ga-ebiri ọkụ ya na mgbarụ ndị enyi na ndị ọgọ n'obi ya dị n'Uruoji Village. A ga-enye outing service na Our Lady's Catholic Church Ogidi. Ndị ọrụ pụrụ iru uju ya gụnyere nwunye ya, ụmụ ya nakwa ụmụnne ya. Ka mkpụrụ obi gị zuru ike na ndokwa onye binyere aka na ozi a bụ Chukwudekwu Mbasho maka ezinụlọ.
Gekwa ntị n'ọkwa nke a dị oke mkpa. Egekwana akụkọ ndị ọchọnga n'okwu.
akụkọ ndị nnukwu ịchọ na eli ozu ndị na-ebugharị akụkọ ụgha na achịcha bred adịgboroja wee na-akọ akụkọ na-asị na achịcha nke ha na-akọta nke Love Bite bread asị asị. Biko Nwachukwu, Love Bite bụ achịcha akwọrọ aka wee mee n'ịdị ọcha pụrụ iche, ejikwa ihe nri pụrụ iche wee mee Love Bite bread. Enweghịkwa oyiri ya chaa chaa chaa, egekwana ha ntị, ekwekwa na kwechiri na ọ bụ Love Bite ka ị ga-azụ, maka na ọ bụrụ na ọ bụghị Love Bite, ọ dịghịkwa ka Love Bite. Love Bite bread bụ naanị 800 naira n'ọdụ ahịa bread niile dị na Naịjirịa. Maka mkpesa, ajụjụ na ndụmọdụ, kpọtụrụ anyị n'igwe okwu 08149828254. Love Bite bread, maka ọdịmma ezinụlọ.
Do you know? Do you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of the broadcast or the conduct of the broadcastation will lodge a complaint to the Director General of the National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail here info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and your signature. Note that your complaint also reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
You're welcome back. You're still tuned to Abona the 103.5 FM, and this is Newspaper Headlines. You remember that you can send your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp on 080-9666-1035. You can join us via Facebook at Ebona the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can as well stream online via mixlr.com/gistfm. We are on to the premium times. Terrorist attack police station, block Zamfara highway. Terrorist attack police station, block Zamfara highway. Brain drain. Nigerian doctors threaten action at NMA. Nigerian Medical Association seeks urgent intervention. INEC releases date for Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi off-cycle governorship election. ASU strike. Nigerian Labour Congress rejects Nigerian government's no work, no pay rule. Airpeace CEO Onyema paid me $20,000 to facilitate 20 million fraud American. And lastly, Nigerian government deploys security alerts issued by foreign embassies. That's the much you can take from the premium times.
Now, some newspaper, if you are not committed to sell, withdraw. Wike tells commissioners. The Harlemona people retreat confidence in Governor Iguan. Flood wreck 154 places. Transport infrastructure worth 80 billion naira federal government. Lagos police crack car snatching syndicate. Anti-land grabbing campaign. Obaseki meets traditional leaders, other stakeholders. 48 Nigerian universities thought world's best in 2023 ranking. Okay, Bukola. Catholic Church will mobilize effectively for polls, says Priest Association. Buhari seeks expanded trade relations beyond gas exports to South Korea. Akada Children's Book Festival, Chess in Slum Africa, partner to host kids chess tournament in May. Court orders federal government to pay Kano 500 million naira damages. Return him to Kenya. IPOB leader demands 100 billion naira for continued detention. Court frees 4 Enugu youths wrongly accused of belonging to IPOB. Police nab 4 robbery suspects. Police nab 4 robbery suspects. Army tasks personnel on professional conduct during elections. Benue killings. Apologize publicly, Autumn tells Atiku. His most destructive force of Fourth Republic, Fani Kayode, ex-PDP spokesman Metu resigns from partisan politics. Nigeria decides 2023. PDP and endless battles within. Nigeria decides 2023. Abia South. Abaribe no match for Ikpeazu Nwanoro, Transportation Commissioner. Imo government seeks probe of INEC's declaration of PDP as winner of 2019 Guba poll. Labour Party to inaugurate updated presidential campaign council Friday. INEC clears 93.5 million voters tentatively for 2023 elections. Atiku visit. Kebbi PDP disassociate from Turaki's campaign council appointment claims. Labour to inaugurate updated presidential campaign council Friday. Road to 2023. Northern business leaders, Kidiriya, Movement, League of Imams endorse Tinubu. Benue killings. Apologize to us publicly if you want votes from Benue. Autumn tells Atiku. Nigeria decides 2023 how Arewa House turned battleground for presidential candidates. Now Tribune, NEDC Best Legacy Institution by Buhari, Bala Mohammed. Security chiefs parley strategize on state security network in Oyo. Hope rises for completion of over 200-year-old Gambari mosque. Postcom seeks establishment of modular refinery in Kogi. Oyo Transport Company staff disassociate selves from unions. The Nigeria Economic Summit Group 28, okay, NES 28 to galvanize stakeholders on importance of public-private partnership. Nigeria Economic Summit Group. NGO advocates free distribution of sanitary pads to young girls. We are dying of hunger. New Nigerian newspaper workers cry out. AS Hadith Sirika. Our revamped Niger Delta ports. Other moribund infrastructure. Omar Adelegege tells Olu of Warri. Police dismiss rumors of terror scare in Abuja. FEC okays 17.4 billion naira for communication infrastructure. Otu a ka ọ dị n'ọtụtụ anụ a n'ozi si n'akwụkwọ akụkọ dị iche iche nke anyị ji wee batara gị n'ụtụtụ. Ka anyị gaa gụpụta ozi ezitere anyị na Facebook page. Ọ dị mma ka anyị na-eme anya ka Facebook page anyị mepee ka anyị gụpụta ozi si na WhatsApp. Na WhatsApp eji m akwụkwọ si n'aka Okechukwu from 33. Court ordered federal government to return Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Kenya is a welcome development. Ebuka Nwabufu from Amawa Obunike, changing our new naira note does not have any value. What we need is to make it have value to the dollar. Dalurino. Ejikwa akwụkwọ si n'aka Colin Nizu. Redesigning of naira is good, but it's not Nigerians' major problem. We are dying of hunger. Security alert. Nigeria is still doing security manually with helpless idea. We are suffering here. May God help us. Dalurino. Last kobo from Okozo. Designing naira notes means nothing but fraudulent ideas because naira often depressing and inflation is high. Then why not bring in the idea of best in Africa than these fraudulent ideas? We are dying in silence. Okay, Dalurino. Ejimahauko Senator Christian who funded from Onitsha. Court urges Nigeria to return Kanu to Kenya. This is a welcome development. Nigeria should make haste to send Nnamdi Kanu back to Kenya so that he may not accumulate or attract many more debts for herself. Okay, she may not accumulate or attract many more debts for herself. Now Nigeria has to pay the sum of 500 million naira to Kanu, plus the previous ones, which were to the sum of 1 billion naira. And his lawyers are threatening to sue the federal government to court for having detained Nnamdi Kanu illegally. And this one can attract the sum of 100 billion. Nigeria has entered one chance vehicle. Nigeria administration is running on rough edge and is bound to fail. How can Nigeria embark on the Naira designation when we have not had enough food to eat, we are not secured, and our fundamental human rights are being trampled upon? Then our myopic administrators are busy talking on things that cannot help us. Dalilin Mazi Christian Ofondo. Valentine Edenefo. Nigerian government supposed to create contingency plan over this terror attack. Evacuation of American citizens is to prove to you that Nigeria is not safe anymore. More months back, Mr. Chukwuemeka Eze, the former governor of Anambra State, begged President Buhari to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but he said that he is not the one who seized Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let court decide. Now court has discharged and quashed Kanu's case, yet Buhari refused to free him. Is President Buhari under Nigeria, Republic of Nigeria, or Nigeria under Buhari? $1 to 758 naira, yet it does not to Kenya is another ploy to re-arrest him. So no one should enter into jubilant mode for now. NDBC from Neri, court awarding 500 million naira to federal government for Kano when the previous 1 billion naira had not been paid is laughable. Nigerian judiciary will not stop giving us false hope. Okay, excuse me, Okenye from Otumoye.
Tomorrow.
Otumoye. It's amazing how our people suddenly believe in Nigerian courts just because they seem to rule in our favor. My people, my people. Dalilin James from Onitsha. Nigerians, Nigeria shouldn't change its note design. It's not because of its valuelessness. Dalilin ejikwa m akwụkwọ si n'aka Idoko from Paul. Nigeria is saved by Laye Mohammed. Yes, I believe Laye. Don't mind the Oyibo government. Okay, Dalilin ejikwa m akwụkwọ ọzọ si n'aka Paul Reign of Peace from Amagonze. Though you people don't read, okay, Dalilin, thank you very much. Ejim akwụkwọ si n'aka Damian from Nkwele. Please, our governor are busy taxing buses, banners, vulcanizer, and demolition of houses. Please, where have has he started working both locally and highway roads in Anambra State? Please, this thing is getting out of hand. Dalvin Damian from Nkwele. Ejikwam akwụkwọ ọzọ si n'aka Iweka Ifeanyi from Ikenga Ogidi. Please, federal government should for once try and show the world that courts should be respected by obeying the release order of Nnamdi Kanu. It is a slap to judiciary that a judge will give an order and it is being disrespected. Dalụ eji m akwụkwọ si n'aka PC from Nkwele. Good morning, Dalụ. The presidential candidate who fixed 3 contracts, 3 diva giants contracted 1 Nigeria marriage can't talk on dissent at only hope for humanity. Nnamdi Kanu, selfish ego. Dalụ ana m achọ ka m ghọta ife a ọfụma ghọtara m ya. Ejikwa m akwụkwọ ọzọ si n'aka I really commend judiciary now, but still looking at them with one eye. If Federico from more. Put the mother living there. Na Facebook page. If you come out, was those sinaka. If now was sinaka. Francis from Amazon. Okay. Um, Return Kano to Kenya. Adia court tells federal government. That's the good one. We are in democracy for the rule of law and fundamental human rights must be respected and obeyed to salvage our democracy. The federal government should release Kano unconditionally in line with court order. May God help us. Chinedu Soludo excluding tax for low incomers is a welcome development. Dalilin Ọ dị mma ọkwa mmechi akụsi gbatakwuo n'ọtụtụ anụmanụ n'oge newspaper headlines. Ọzọ Francis Fọbụdị ga-adịrị mma iso n'ala anyị. Ọ ga-adị n'ụtụtụ echi mgbe anyị na-adị na-abịa ga-anọrọ n'oge newspaper headlines na-ebe ọ na-adị 103.5 FM. Aha m bụ Odibo
And I'm
Ọdị echi n'ime ndewo. More honorable,